Go ahead.
Yeah. So the final part of today's webinar is an activity which we hope will boost your mental and emotional wellness and hopefully help relieve you of the now common experience of Zoom fatigue. So for those of you who have never heard of this practice, laughter yoga is a simple yet powerful exercise that I've personally practiced many times and can speak to its benefits. Now, the irony of a Zoom session to address Zoom fatigue is not lost on us, but we hope that you'll keep your hearts and minds open, release your ego, and have some fun. So with that, I'm pleased to introduce our facilitator, Dr. Raman Gill. Dr. Gill is an award-winning professor and a mindset and transformation mentor specializing in performance and growth. Her passion comes from being a survivor of brain trauma who has crossed many hurdles through her life. She's a promoter of mental health, a certified master's life coach, and a certified teacher. So welcome, Raman. I'll leave it to you.
Thank you so much, Alison. It's a great pleasure to be here and sharing laughter yoga with the attendees and anyone who is listening to this recording later on in Alberta and anywhere in Canada. And I'll share with some of the slides here before we start with the yoga laughter activity. So escaping from Zoom fatigue. How many of you can relate to this? While preparing for the presentation, I came across some of the illustrations. And if you look at this illustration, the first team member on the left says, we are meeting to talk about call, and then something goes wrong. The next team member, she gets confused. And then the third one, he says, it looks like his screen froze. And everyone is getting so surprised. Then the other team member says, should we wait? And then the other team member says, oh, I was on mute, I agree. Another lady, she jumps in and says, I'm sorry, I'm late, what did I miss? And then again, the first person comes in and says, liberation. So I'm sure many of us, we have experienced this during Zoom, especially majority of the world now is on Zoom ever since the pandemic has started. And then who can relate to this? When we are all dressed up and in a good mood, we want to be on the video and show our pretty faces. And when we are frustrated or something has gone wrong in an environment, in our home places, or some news that you've heard, you're not in that mood, and then you want to be on audio only. So Zoom fatigue has become such a big problem that relates to mental health because there's a constant pressure that has been built up because we are self-viewing ourselves and we are conscious what our body language is, what our tone is, how we are speaking to the other person, and we're conscious that we are being assessed. Our performance levels, how is our boss going to, or how is our team, or the other members in the Zoom meeting, how they're going to, look at me. So, and many of us, we may not be good in technology. So that is why, sometimes we really get confused and embarrassed if something goes wrong. So there is always a constant pressure that has been built up during Zoom fatigues. And the reason is because our brains have to work harder to process many of the non-verbal cues, making us super aware, hyper aware of ourselves, which was not happening when we were meeting under normal conditions, one-on-one, in the offices, or even socially. So our brains are working now harder than what it was under normal conditions. But the good news is there are always solutions to the problems, and we are not hardwired. So one of the images that you're seeing here on the slide is of a news coverage when I had met with an accident in 2017 that had left me with brain trauma. So this picture, someone was watching the news and that was being covered by Global and was sent to my daughter, and that is how I got it. So when I had that brain trauma, it was a series of symptoms. I felt as if I had no brain, I had no thinking power, memory was lost, a lot of series of list of symptoms that I was left with. And then I really didn't want to lead that life of depression. There were days of crying, there were days of frustration. I felt as if I had lost everything. Even before this accident, I was on a journey of self-development much before, seeing the transitions and other difficulties that I'd faced when I'd moved here. But I really wanted to make sure that I keep moving forward. And I got interested in in mindset more deeply, and having a science background, I started to understand how our brain works, how the chemicals are working in our body. So I became the fighter, and you see the picture here, one of the picture here with me back after the trauma. We have already had beautiful presentations by Brian and Karen, and we cannot stress even more that how important mental health is, so that we can, perform, we can be in a good wellness state that will help not only us, but also people around us. There are numerous strategies that can be used for our wellness, and laughter yoga is one of them. Laughter yoga, in fact, is one of my favorite strategies that I like to use for my clients and people who are approaching me for mentorship. So laughter yoga is a very simple technique that was first founded by a doctor in Mumbai in 1995, just by himself, his wife, and 3 more friends. It's a simple technique which includes clapping of the hands, breathing technique, and then of course the laughter. So what happens while laughter yoga? What is happening during this? So it has been seen scientifically, and the experiments have been done, that when we use laughter yoga in our life, at least for 10 to 15 minutes, we decrease our stress hormones, which improves our immune system, and it boosts our endorphin. So the endorphins are helping to overcome stress and be happy and joyful. Our brains are really sensitive. It's a sensitive antenna that is always taking all these stimuli, which we don't realize. When we talk about health, we usually think about our heart, we think about our muscles, we may think about our lungs, but brain is super sensitive, which is taking trillions of stimuli every day on a daily basis. And the inputs that we are giving really are responsible, the behaviors we are having, the decisions we are making, and the kind of lifestyle we have. So it's important that we utilize these strategies. Since laughter yoga is really simple, that can be used during, if you have Zoom fatigue, and that is why we have picked laughter yoga today. Are you ready? Let's try it. Yay.
We will try to unmute ourselves now to see how that works.
Yes, sure.
It should be in the screen, so.
So laughter yoga has 3 components. One is clapping of the hands. So when you clap the hands, it is finger to finger and palm to palm. Because according to Indian Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, we have acupressure points. So when we clap finger to finger and palm to palm, these acupressure points, they have to channelize our energies. So this is one of the component. Second is breathing, deep breathing. So deep breathing is also a technique. The basics are that we are inhaling from our nose and exhaling through our mouth. And exhaling is longer than the inhaling because we want the residual air should come out. So inhaling is for about 3 counts. And then of course, exhaling is for 5 counts. And I would like to share here that my dad back home in India, he said he has an oximeter. And when he does the inhaling and exhaling and he checks his oxygen, the oxygen level, it goes high. So we need that oxygen, especially when we are living so much indoors. It could be because of the weather and also because of the other restriction in this pandemic. It's important that we have the inhaling of the oxygen through the deep breathing, and oxygen then immediately goes to the brain and then it reaches the other parts of the body. And then the third is laughter. So you're not laughing through your mind, that is someone is telling you a joke, but childlike, just be free, you know, it's your health and you have to make your health good. You're responsible for what you're doing. So laugh like a child, and laughter is from the diaphragm. So diaphragm is a muscle beneath the lungs, which contracts when we inhale, and creating a space, helping the oxygen to go into your lungs. So these are the three components. And then let's try laughter yoga here. Let's get the hang of it first. We will say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we're creating a rhythm, and we can chant ho ho ha ha. Ho ho ha ha. Ho ho ha 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 ha. Good, good. So, and when we have to inhale, you have to inhale from, I'll go a little behind so that you can see me more. Just like a drag doll, you know, loosen your arms and inhale through your nose. Yes, and count, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then when you have to exhale, you bring it down. Count of 5s. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. So if you have a table in front and you don't want to do this action, the other action that while exhaling you can do is you inhale through your nose, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then exhale through your mouth. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. So it's your choice whether you want to do it or you just want to come slightly, depending upon your health, how if you have had a vaccine, you know, recently, you don't want to be hurting your arm here. So you can either do yes while exhaling or just bring it slightly while exhaling. It's your choice. So I hope you got a little, just give me a thumbs up if you're getting the point. Thank you, thank you. So let's start with ho ho ha ha ha. We'll start slow and then we'll start fast. We'll do it fast. Ho ho ha ha ha. 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 Ho ho ha ha ha.
Oh, you have to laugh.
You did it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Great. So now the next we do is tap shoulder. So you all are amazing. So we need a tap, you know, a good tap. So ho ho, ha ha ha, 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 ho, ha ha ha, Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then exhale through your mouth. Hold it, hold it, hold it. So spring is here. Let's collect some beautiful flowers. So when we pick the flowers, the spring flower, while smelling, we'll inhale from our nose and then release it after we smell it. So let's try. We are picking up the spring flowers. Imagine beautiful spring flowers around you. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. We'll try once more. Pick up the beautiful pink flower. Inhale. Exhale. So exhaling is through your mouth. So now we will add laughter when we are exhaling. Let's try once more. Inhale, hold it, hold it, hold it. Beautiful smell flower. I really like the smell of the flowers. And now I have a lot of dandelions. Do you have dandelions in your yard? I have a lot of dandelions, and I'm not going to pick them up. I don't, have a lot of other dishes to do. So I'm just going to lawnmower my yard. So let's try that. So we will pull the string. And when we pull the string, we have to inhale. And always remember to inhale from your nose. And exhaling has to be through your mouth. So let's try. And then we'll add laughter. When we pull the string, we will add laughter there. So 1, 2, 3. Let's try it again. Starting our lawnmower. Hold it, release. Let's inhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Great. Let's do the puppet laughter. You could be having small kids around you, in your home while you have been working from home. Let's try the puppet laughter. So when you're doing this, you have to inhale from your nose. And then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then exhale. And now we'll add laughter while we're doing this. The puppet showing our kids. We don't want to be stressed. we are doing it so that we can remove all the stress that we have and get into that laughter mode and helping the kids also who are around us to laugh. So let's do the puppet laughter.
So funny.
I got another puppet joining. Inhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Let's pour some coffee. I need some coffee. Maybe you need some coffee as well. So let's pour some coffee. So when we are pouring the coffee, we're going to inhale from our nose. And then when we have the coffee, we're going to bring laughter. Inhale, inhale, and then exhale. I hope you got the hang of it. So you're pouring and you're going to inhale.
Are we using the whole coffee pot?
Yes, here we are using, I think we're too much interested in having the whole coffee, and we are having the whole coffee pot. Thank you for noticing that, Doug.
we may need it.
Yeah. So, okay, now we're going to add laughter. When we have a coffee, we can add laughter there. We pour it and we inhale. And then
I don't think mine's coffee.
It's too good. Let's try it once more. And we'll add laughter, and then we'll do inhale and exhale. 4.
I think mine has Bailey's.
Let's inhale from our nose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Great. So let's do the Thorson laughter. So the Thorson is always jumping from one tree to another. So let's try that.
Oh. Oh.
I already have a suggestion to start staff meeting like this. Any staff meetings like this. Sorry.
So we all want to fly like a bird. How many of you want to fly like a bird? I wish I could fly, then I didn't have to worry about taking flights, especially during the pandemic. So let's fly like a bird.
Sorry.
I see some eagles out there.
Yeah. The eagles and some really birds that are migrating. So let's inhale, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. So let's do the argument laughter. We don't want to have a nasty argument. So let's do the argument laughter. And you know, laughter is contagious because your neurons are getting the stimuli from the people you are seeing while laughter, if you're doing it in a team. So that is why laughter is contagious. And let's try the laughter in the argument laughter. You can look into each other's eyes and, you know, yeah. Who did it? You did it. Not me.
You did it. You. Oh, you did it.
It was you that did it.
You did it. You no, you did it.
Oh, not me.
Oh, no.
No, not me. It's you.
These guys did it.
These guys did it. So we all want stress-free, you know, lives, and let's polish our brains so that we can use the different strategies and of course the laughter yoga that we're using. So let's polish our brains. Oh, the brain is here. I am good. You are good. We are good. I am good. You are good.
We are good. I am good. You are good. We are good. I am good. You are good. You are good.
You're good. We are good.
I am good. You are good. We are good. I am good.
I am good. We
are
all are
good. We are good.
Very good.
You are good. I am good. We all are
good.
good.
We are
You
good.
are good. I am good. We all are good. You are good. I am good. We all are good.
You
Oh, ha ha ha. Oh, oh, ha ha ha. Oh, oh, ha ha. Oh, oh, ha ha. Oh, oh, ha ha.
Oh, oh, ha ha ha.
Oh, oh, ha ha. Oh, oh, ha ha. Oh, oh, ha ha. I'm aligning with my healing and wellness. I'm healing. You can say this affirmation. I am aligning with my healing and wellness. Inhale, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then exhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Thank you. So now we'll do the laughter dance. And the purpose of dance is that we are bringing more emotion, and it not only helps, the laughter yoga is not only helping us to build a resilient brain, but it is also helping us to stay more focused, have a life that is that is stress-free. You can incorporate laughter yoga during the Zooms, and that because today our focus is on Zoom fatigue. So this is a great a strategy that you can use. And now we're going to do the laughter dance, because it is going to bring motion, and it is going to the instant chemicals that are being released in our body that are helping us to bring that joy and that happiness. And it helps in shedding all the stress and anxiety that we may be carrying. So for this, I will share some music. So in this music, it's a 10 minutes music, simple steps, not complicated. You can just follow me. And in the mid, there will be inhale and exhale after some of the steps, and there'll be laughter as well. And then again, we do the rest of the another 5 minutes of doing some steps of the dance, some simple steps. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ha 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 ha. Yay! Ha 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 ha. Yay! Very good, very good. Ha 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 ha. Very good, very good. Ha 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 ha. Very good, very good. Ha 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 ha. Very good, very good. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Yay! Ha 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 ha. Yay! Ha 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 ha. Yay! Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. 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 Ha ha Laughter yoga, ha 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 ha. Laughter yoga, ha 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 ha. Laughter yoga, ha 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 ha. Laughter yoga, ha 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 ha.
Laughter yoga.
Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So because of the time constraints, I think we'll just leave it those 5 minutes. I wish we could continue, but I'm seeing the watch here. So I hope you enjoyed the laughter yoga session. And what I would like to say is that I'm still, before I end this laughter yoga part, that it's very important to be realizing the strategies we should be having in our daily lifestyle. It's simply so important. And every person is so different. And laughter yoga is one of this for Zoom fatigue. The other one that I want to mention for Zoom, particularly for Zoom fatigue is, instead of, if sometimes, during Zoom, you get embarrassed, something went wrong. So instead of, getting stressed about that, just do some doodling. Just do some doodling, some flowers or whatever comes into your mind, whatever comes to your mind. And then, you can color it and then frame it. It becomes an art piece, and it's a way of expressing. It's a way of expressing, and it's such a fulfillment. You are again getting those happy hormones within you, endorphins, that are going to help you get away from the stress and the anxiety. Another technique that I would like to share with you here is, there's a thymus gland here. We all have it. And try to you can activate it. When you activate this thymus gland, there's an instant giggling, laughter that happens. So maybe if your thymus gland is not activated, or for a couple of days or maybe months you have not laughed, so immediately it could be hard for you, but just tap the thymus gland here. So
absolutely great, yeah.
So when you activate the thymus gland, it changes your mood. You get that giggle. It'll start with a tingle here. You know, when you activate it, you'll get a tingle here, and then you start, laughing, and never be shy that what someone else is saying. It's your health, maybe sometimes even your kids, especially if they're teenagers, they may say, oh, you are an odd mom, or but you may not, and then of course you can let them know what the technique is, but never be shy of trying these techniques. These are really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Raman. That was amazing. Doug?
Thank you, Raman. I am like, yeah, Elena, you may have started something. We may have to do this at our weekly. We'll start off with our weekly meetings like this. It is so important, and as you said, Raman, like some of the things that we've had to deal with in our workday has changed so much on these Zoom calls, and I find we really don't laugh a lot. I know I would have to. I'm going to speak on behalf of our team at Eric. When we get together, we try not to talk about business right away. So we basically we just talk about some things that are fun and things that are happening in our lives, and I come from a long line of laughers in my family, so I like to laugh a lot, and so that has to be a part of, I think a team dynamic, of sort of social dynamic. I think it's so important, and I can feel it, Raman, right now. I can just feel the energy emanating from me. I'm warmed up. I'm not as stiff, and you know what? I've forgotten about some of the things that are top of mind in my workaday. And, I think that's really important, I think, to do those kinds of things. We're all professionals. We're all good at what we do, but sometimes we just need to laugh together and share together. So thank you so much. And I just want to say, too, as well, I know this is your journey, too, that you shared with us today is like, all of the other stories that were shared with us today. It's just so impressive that people have come up with coping strategies like this. I mean, I know for some of you on the line today, it may have sounded and looked a little bit silly. But you know what? I feel so much better. And incorporating these strategies into our lives is really important these days. We have not been through a pandemic in our lives like this. And I'm hoping that we don't have to. But if we do, we've now got some strategies to work with and work on. So thank you so much. And I want to also pass on our wishes on behalf of Krayak and Eric to your family back home in India. I know that you're concerned about them. And I would also say, too, to all of the participants today who have families overseas, I would like to send our positive thoughts on behalf of Krayak and Eric. And that energy that we've just emanated, we're sending that outwards to all of your families and people that you care about back home. So thank you so much, Raman, for sharing with us today. This technique, I really loved it.
Thank you so much for having me. It has been a great privilege for me. Thank you, really appreciate, and look forward to more of these.
Absolutely. We'll have you very soon back.
I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
So to all of you that participated today, I know we've got 12. I'm asking you for only a couple of minutes more of your time, but it's my hope today, as I said at the beginning of the session, that today's learning event was a good and productive investment of your time. And that it leads to your success in employment journey. This was not done, for any other reason. This was done, as I said, in discussion with people that we worked with. Is that how can we help? And I know that we can have, very structured and very staid kinds of approaches. And I think those things are important as well. But I think we wanted to have a little bit of fun because a lot of you are stuck in homes, and we wanted to come up with these strategies and have some fun together. So we are about helping you to attain your professional, goals and dreams, but also these kinds of things we're hoping will help you in that journey. So one of the things that I wanted to say, and just to remember, I think some of the things that came out of today's sessions is to remember to exercise patience in your journey and kindness and compassion for others. It is tough, and we are all part of in that cycle of, some of the shock and the echoes and the journey that we're on. We're all dealing with a lot of different kinds of emotions. So be compassionate for others and for yourself. Remember that the ways of your immigration journey has required your own resilience and agility and flexibility, and to lean on those internal resources as we all work toward economic recovery. And you will work toward finding your place in the job market. So I think some of the messages that came through the speakers today is, don't be an island. Go to the resources that are there for you. I think it's incumbent upon you. Like, you have to, you can't wait for somebody to acknowledge it or to allow for things to get along the journey in let's say mental wellness or mental health in a place where it's too late. So you want to reach out when you can, when you see some signals. We will be posting the recordings of today's webinar on our YouTube channel shortly, and in our follow-up email, we'll send you the link to subscribe. So Bruce, to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Doug. We'll be sending out an electronic evaluation of this webinar and hope that you can take a moment or two to give us some real feedback. Without feedback, we can't make future events even better and more relevant, and that's what we're all about. Always want to improve, always want to deliver value, so we truly do value your opinion.
And we would also like to thank the partners who spread the word, because all those people attending, thanks to our community partners. And Bruce, of course.
Wonderful. Thank you, Elena, and thank you, Doug, and thank you, Ali, and all of the awesome speakers, and to the awesome team at RBC. I think what this speaks to is it speaks to the circle of life, and we're all part of it. We try at Eric and Cryac, we try to work with each one of our awesome mentees in a very holistic manner. And this, I think, was a really good way for us to approach that in a really good way. Going back to Elder Patrick's words at the very beginning, these are tough conversations. We're here for you. Do reach out, follow all the R's from Karen. Remember Brian's thoughts. And do laugh, as Dr. Gill has told us to. And of course, a huge thank you to everyone who's on the line here, internationally educated professionals, newcomer professionals, our community partners. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your life for a few hours on this beautiful Thursday morning. And thank you, Elena. Awesome work as always. Job super well done. So thank you.
Thank you, Bruce and Doug. You're amazing. Thank you all, Eric and Craig staff. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful summer. And see you soon.
Great. Awesome. Hi.
Bye.